June that roam the angry sea. And all you jolly sailors bold who are moored from danger free, I ask your kind attention to this sad and doleful tune of the melancholy accident of the Wexford bark Hantoon. The elevating joys of home did o'er our senses steal. John Cullen with his steady hand did safely steer the wheel. Delightfully we viewed her track, crowned by the billows foam, as by the gentle breezes our ship was wafted home. It was on the ensuing morning, before the dawn appeared, 5.5 knots sailing, east-northeast we steered. The wind was in our favour, our happiness to crown, till this cursed British monster on us came bearing down. A signal for all hands on deck immediately did sound, and from his sleepy slumber bold Captain Nail did bound. He tried his whole endeavour for to save the ship and crew, but this cursed heartless tyrant had split our bark in two. Then the ship came splashing down, likewise each spar and sail, and from the opening gulf below there came a dismal wail. To search for men was fruitless in the boats that put to sea. The angry waves rolled over them and sealed their destiny. 11 was this good ship's crew, but only 7 were found. The other 3 with Captain Nail were killed as well as drowned. By the rock-bound coast of Portugal their lifeless bodies roll. May he whose hand the waves obey have mercy on their souls. Now to conclude and finish, too far my lines have run. To the captain and his gallant crew may justice soon be done, and may the perpetrator's lot be on the gallows tree, who try to send a whole ship's crew into eternity.
Lovely.
To meeting is Dr. Good Jalab me in Ennis the Mawai. Maligam Mayaba is hearts of him sheds muino is Máirín Máirín Martyr Caleb to uncleanum. Oh, the huggers is the huggers, is the huggers on Creek yonder. Hello, Ballyshannon Da hil me hu vala, le lauris le poga. Da hil me hu vala, le breras le moja. Da hil me hu vala, le braka na horna. Ach dag tu ducht me hachten vlien ovan. The hjuloing is the hjuloing, is the hjuloing on sela. The raching har stole, gang upping en sprela. Och the hog makrig jandet, ga brok na treghet. Is the lice on mos me, acharagar athen me. O Máirín glach MacConfhaola, na tur tai blas. O shachin an stone chef, ar shaitan na haike. O gol lechan noidar, da dog shed of liner. Gau lechte gorreti, o sayest telle da wainte.
Pay attention, listen to what I'm about to relay. Concerning a couple I overheard talking as I was returning late home from away. As I strolled along, sure I saw an old woman as she sat beneath a gap just a milking her cow. She was jigging the tune called from Hayestown to the wedding, or some other ditty I can't tell you now. On looking around me, I spied a bold tinker who happened by chance to be strolling that way. The weather being fine, sure I sat down beside her. What news of this man, the old woman did say. Ah, there's no news at all, ma'am, replied the bold tinker, but the people will wish that he never had been. It's that damnable rogue of a Daniel O'Connell, sure he's now making children in Dublin be steamed. Our children are odd in reply, the old woman is honoured and jealousy crazy at last. Is there sign of a war, a sudden rebellion, or what is the reason he wants them so fast? Oh, it's not that at all, ma'am, replied the bold tinker, but the children of Ireland are getting so small. It's O'Connell's petition to the new Lord Lieutenant to not let us make 'em the old way at all. By this pipe in me mouth then replied the old woman, and that's the fair oath on me soul for to take. I'm only a woman, but if I were near him, I'll bet you me life sure 'tis little it's pay. For the people of Ireland it's very well known, they gave him their earnings done needing them bad. And now he is well recompensing them for it, by taking what little diversion we had. Long life to your courage, replied the bold tinker, and long may you live and have youth on your side. Sure, if all the young girls in Ireland were like you, O'Connell might throw his steam engine one side. I think every girl that lives in this old country should begin making children as fast as they can, So if ever Her Majesty asks for an army, we'll be able to send her as many as Dan.
Well done. Go ahead again.
I'm only an old farmer from Effort, in a townland called Ballyshannon. There's a great rush to Mass on a Sunday. Sure it's 8 miles there and back. What with the cows to be milked just at daybreak and a trip to the creamery in store. It's a matter of split-second time, so I drop on one knee at the door. I've worn out a dozen young curates and of parish priests not a few. They all did their best, but unavailing, to get me up to the front pew. Sure, my father, he knelt there before me, and his father before. So there like a rock I keep kneeling, down on one knee at the door. Now it's not that I'm lukewarm, in my own way I'm kind of close to God. And I do all my best to follow him along the road his own son has trod. And when he's raised up at the elevation, my heart with love it does soar, and I just says, Master, I loves you, down on one knee at the door. Once when there was a mission, the preacher came racing outside, and all the shonings that knelt there beside me should have melted away like the tide. But there, like a rock, I kept kneeling, as firm as a pile on the shore. And the preacher just says, bless you, me son. So I stayed on one knee at the door. Now they've all got their fine motors. I've only got the old creamery top. And when Mass is kind of nearly almost ended, I'm away to a real flying start. With the pony flat out at a gallop, I say a dozen aves or more. I hope that will please the Master for being down on one knee at the door. I love me wee farm in Effin, and I'm not one bit afraid to face death. Sure, I'll be getting ready every day to meet it. Sure, it'll be my first holiday on earth. And if I find heaven overcrowded, I'll do as I did here before. I'll say to St. Peter, this'll suit me fine. And I'll drop on one knee at the door.
And Tom.
The Lord who lived in the town, who had a lonely house and garden. She was courted by a fair young man, who was a servant to her father. But when her parents came to know, they swore they'd ban him from the island. The maid she knew that her heart would break, had she to part from young Martyr. So straight away to her love she went, into his room for to awake him, saying, arise, my love, and go away. This very night you will be taken. I overheard my parents say, in spite of me, they will deport you. So rise, my love, and go away. I wish to God I'd gone before you. They both sat down upon the bed, all for the sign of 1/2 hour, and not a word did either speak, as down their cheeks the tears did shower. She held her hand against his breast, around his neck she did entwine him. Not the Lord nor Jew, nor an earl I'll wed, but I'll wait for you, my young Hyland. The Lord discussed with his maiden fair, one night alone in her bedchamber, saying, we'll give you leave for to bring him by, since there's no one can win your favor. She wrote a letter then in haste, for him her heart it was still pining. They brought him back to the church they went, and they made a lord of young Hyland.
Well done.
That was early Friday morning as I cycled into town. My front wheel it was wobbling and the mud yard falling down. The two legs of me bridges was tied up with binding twine, but the pension book kept telling me a pint would soon be mine. Ah, how you, Mr. Murphy, said the postal flag to me. Not so bad, says I, for a man of 73. But the fox came to my house last night, and he stole me only duck. I buy a lottery ticket, man, it might just change your luck. Well, I took the little girl's advice and I gave to her £1. Outside I scratched me ticket with a penny I had found. Well, I nearly went hysterical and the sweat came on me hair when I realised that I'd become a bloody millionaire. No more hay or corn to save, no more feeding calves. One kick from me big boat and the old bike was into halves. I headed for the Raven, sure I was feeling great, and half of County Wexford came in to celebrate. Not long after that I had a new suit on me back, a brand new Jeep outside the door with a telephone on the rack. The wife was wearing a blondie wig where her grey head used to be, and the Wellington tracks had disappeared from just below her knee. Oh, I sat there admiring the new dress that she wore, her lovely set of teeth she had installed the day before. I held her oh so tightly like when I was a groom, and we looked rich and graceful as we waltzed around the room. It was then I got an awful shock, I thought that I might die, as I spied me big fat missus as I opened up one eye. With the rollers in her old grey head, she nearly made me sick. Get up, she and milk the cows, you raving lunatic. Oh, it was then I realised that it was all a dream. Sure, the cows were bawling in the field and the cat was at the cream. Me bike was through against the hedge, me bridges hung from the line. That was lovely while it lasted, that winning dream of mine.
Downtown cafe, at a window that looked on the stream, when a face caught my eye in a crowd passing by, and I hastily sprang to my feet. 'Twas my sister's sad face I had left home to trace. In her pride she had left us one day, and it brought back to me as plain as could be my mother, as I heard her say, If you should see your sister, do not reproach or blame. Tell her that I miss her, I love her just the same. Say, my darling, the words that you brought her, whether in spite or shame. Say that she's still my daughter, whisper your mother's name. There were tears on her face as she passed by the place, and I hastily sprang to her side. And as we walked along, I said, no, May, we're wrong, we're sorry we wounded your pride. Your sweetheart is true, and still waiting for you. We're willing now you should wed. If you'll only come back, you can marry your Jack and please your dear mother, who says, if you should see your sister, do not reproach or blame. Tell her that I miss her, I love her just the same. Say, my darling, the words that you brought her, whether in spite or shame. Say that she's still my daughter, whisper your mother's name.
Come on, lovely.
By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young maid calling, oh, Michael, they have taken you away, for you stole Trevelyan's corn, so the sun might see the morn. Now prison ship lights waiting in the bay. Oh, long lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young man calling, oh, nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crown, I rebelled, they cut me down. Now you must raise our child with dignity. Oh, long lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By a lonely harbour wall, she watched the last stars falling, as the prison ship sailed out against the sky. For she lived and hope and pray for her love in Botany Bay. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Oh, long lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry.
Come on.
I pray you list a minute, for though my song is not too long, there's something comic in it. To sing of nails, if you'll permit my sportive muse intends, sir. The subject which I now have got all at my fingers' ends, sir. This world is just a bag of nails, and some are very queer ones. For some are sharps, and some are flats, and some are awful dear ones. You've sprigs and spikes and sparables, and nails both great and small, sir. And some love nails with monstrous heads, and some love none at all, sir. A bachelor's a hobnail, and he rusts for want of use, sir. A miser's are no nails at all, they're all a pack of screws, sir. My enemies will get some clouts where'er they chance to roam, sir. For Irishmen like hammers, they will surely drive them home, sir. The doctor nails you with his bill, and that's a very sore nail. The coffin maker wishes you as dead as any door nail. You'll often find each agent to be nailing his employer. The liar nails his client, but the devil nails a liar. Dame Fortune is a Bradall, and she often does contrive it to make the nail go easy wheresoe'er she wants to drive it. So if I win your kind applause by what I've sung or said, sirs, then you'll admit that I have hit the right nail on the head, sirs.
Virgin of the ocean, one pleasant evening in the month of June, when all those pleasant songsters their liquid notes did spread. It was there I spied a female, and on her features the signs of woe, conversing with young Napoleon concerning the bonny bunch of roses. Then up spoke young Napoleon, he took his mother by the hand, saying, Mother dear, be patient until I go and take command. Then I'll lead a mighty army, and o'er the frozen Alps I will go, and I never will return again until I get the bonny bunch of roses. When first you saw great Bonaparte, you fell down on your bended knee. You asked your father's life of him, he granted it right manfully. It was then he took his army, and o'er the frozen Alps he did go, saying, I'll go on to Moscow and return for the bonny bunch of roses. He took 300,000 men and kings likewise to bear his train. He was so well provided for, he could have swept the world for games. Oh, but when he came to Moscow, he was overcome by sleet and by snow, and with Moscow all a-blazing, he lost the bonny bunch of roses. Oh, mother, adieu forever, I lie down on my dying bed. If I'd lived, I'd have been clever, but I lay down my weeping head. Oh, but when my bones are mouldering, and the weeping willows blow over me, the name of young Napoleon will enshrine the bonny bunch of roses. At Christmas time, long, long ago, I heard old people say, when tyrant rule was at its worst and Cromwell's troops held sway, a valiant priest laid down his life for faith and fatherland at a place known as Tomhaggard, not far from Lingstown strand. The year was 1653, when priests were hunted down and murdered without mercy wherever they were found. As Father Nicholas Máirín called upon his faithful flock to assist him at the Holy Mass upon the old Mass rock. It was early Christmas morning, the first night they were bound. The bright stars twinkled overhead as they knelt upon the ground, not fearing any danger that might have come their way, for they had a duty to perform, as this was Christmas Day. When Mass was almost ended and all prepared to go to reach their homes before the dawn, and so out with the foe, as Father Myler raised his hands, his final words to say, God bless and keep you in his care on this grand Christmas day. Just then a warning voice was heard, there's movement in the glen. Prepare to flee and save yourselves, I fear 'tis Cromwell's men. Please save this chalice, cried the priest, before you go away. Pray save it from those violent men, you'll need it yet someday. Brave Mrs. Lambert volunteered, the chalice she would shield. She wrapped it in her apron white, to them she would never yield. But then the musket shot rang out that filled their hearts with fear, and the noble priest fell to the ground, no more their voice he heard. They laid him in the old churchyard where pilgrims come and go, by the holy wells of Anne and James where healing waters flow. The miler chalice in the church is there for all to see and cherish with a burning love for all eternity.
That would live in memory from the lofty Carrigmannon to the hills of Glenspody, but in dear old County Wexford, it's a paradise, God knows, in this lovely rolling valley where the Slaney River flows. Many miles away I've wandered from this little isle of green, but in all my fruitless wandering, no contentment have I seen. For 'twas in a little moss house on a wooded moss house hill, far away in old Bunclody, a fair maiden said I will, and that maiden fair still loved me, and she's waiting patiently for the fortunes I'll be making far across the Irish Sea. And please God, someday I'll wed her, and she'll be my blushing bride, far away in old Bunclody, by the Slaney River side. Then we cross that bridge each Sunday to the chapel on the hill, with the guard soon there beside us, our sweet cup of life to fill. And in peace we'll kneel together, there we'll pray for friend and foe, far away in old Bunclody, where the Slaney River flows.
Exactly,
You're going away and going amongst the city folks to dwell. Who spoke to the dear old mother to her son one summer's day? Have your mind made up that way? I wish you well. The old home will be lonely, we'll miss you when you're gone. The birds won't sing so sweet when you're not time. And if you are in trouble, Jim, just write and let me know. She spoke those words, and then she said goodbye. When sickness overtake you, and old companions forsake you, and through this world you wander all alone, friends you haven't many, in your pocket not a penny. There's a mother always awaiting you at home, sweet home. 10 years later to the village came a stems were hauled, and ragged clothes he wore. The little children laughed at him as down the lane he won, when at length he stomped outside the cottage door. He gently knocked, no sound was heard, he thought could she be dead, when at length he heard a voice well known to him. It was mother's voice, her hair was still that plait the type of time. She said, thank God, they've sent us back our June. When sickness overtake you, and old companions forsake you, and through this world you wander all alone, friends you haven't many in your pocket, not a penny. There's a mother always awaiting you at home, sweet home.
Good man.
On that New Year's Eve, as the shades of night came down, a lorry load of volunteers approached the border town. There were men from Dublin and from Cork, Carrigmannon and Tyrone, but the leader was a Limerick lad from south of Garrigmannon. And as they marched along the street up to the barrack door, they scorned the danger they would meet, the fate that lay in store. They were fighting for all Ireland to claim their very own, but the foremost of that gallant band was south of Garrigmannon. But the sergeant spoiled their daring plan, he spied them through the door. Then the Sten guns and the rifles a hail of death it tore. And when that awful night was done, 2 men were cold as stone. There was one from near the border, and one from Garrigmannon. Oh, no more he'll hear the seagull cry, or the murmuring Shannon tide, for he's fell beneath a northern sky, brave Hantoon at his side. They've gone to join that gallant band of Clockett, Piercestown, a martyr for all Ireland, shall south of Garrigmannon, a martyr for all Ireland, shall south of Garrigmannon.
All the day near tall towers where falcons build their nest, on silver wings they fly, they know the feel of freedom in their breast. So black-haired against the sky, its twisted rocks they run down to the sea, living on your western shore. Saw summer sunsets as the more, and stood by your Atlantic sea, and sang a song for Ireland. talking all the day with true friends who try to make you stay, telling tales and news and singing songs to pass the night away. Stood on Dingle Beach and cast in wild foam we caught Atlantic bass, living on your western shore, saw summer sunsets at the morn, and stood by your Atlantic sea, and sang a song for Ireland, drinking all the day in old pubs where fiddlers love to play. I heard one draw his bow and play a reel which seemed so grand and gay. Saw the Galway salmon run, their silver glistening, dancing in the sun, living on your western shores, saw summer sunsets as from all, and stood by your Atlantic sea, and sang a song for Ireland. Dreaming in the night, I saw a land where no one had to fight, but waking in your dawn, I heard you crying in the morning light, crying there where eagles fly, their silver wings all in your clear blue sky, living on your western shores, saw summer sunsets as the more, and stood by your Atlantic sea, and sang a song for Ireland.
Youth they slew in Ballyshannon lane, at Keaton's lawn, in the morning dawn, when the barn was all in flames. I grieve to tell my three uncles fell, that's Martin, John and James. And as my Aunt Kate stood by the gate, herself and child were slain, my teeth still cringe, for to have revenge for Ballyshannon lane. My mother too, God rest her soul, she showed me where the fell, out across the land, out where Doyle's house stands, he fought so brave and well. Far beyond Killurin, where he chased his foes, and many is the Hessian he slain, till 6 bayonets pressed through his fine young breast in Ballyshannon lane. This was the song my mother sang into my youthful ear, while down her cheeks for weeks and weeks coursed hot and scalding tears. My brother Mike forged me a pipe to take the hills again, and in Ireland's need I am here to plead for Ballyshannon.
It's been handed down for years a relic now fast gone to decay, but it's treasured all the more. This old coffin that was worn by my ancestors with age turning grey. Oh, could a tale relate of the deeds of '98, of the troubles and the hardships that I sing, of the gatherings and the fights in the hills and bitter nights. Had you only got a tongue, my old cobbin, but you're tattered, old and torn, many years that you've been worn, though faded now, far better days you've seen. You're the family relic too, at times have changed since you were new, but I'll always treasure you, my old cobbin. You've seen many an Irishman locked up in a prison van, and others hung high on the gallows tree. Brave patriots now dead, whose Irish blood was shed to make this country far more grand and free. You've seen the troubles and the fights for to gain old Ireland's rights, the evictions and the land grab from the weed. In those cruel days of late, when her sons did emigrate, you could tell it all if you could only speak. But you're tattered, old, torn, many years that you've been worn, though faded now, far better days you'll see. Your family relic too, at times have changed since you were new, but I'll always treasure you, my old Harry.
Falling lately long the fro, ye premishe ye ga tunes ga keili, ang laka to pogwem at storm free, dusk she Agus laur she berla, she dur she praise her and let me be. Nach jasanari and the buiva sound her, his bed's the shoulder. Agus banya der hata taura, Mariol her bo
Shapos the bra.
Knockengall,
It was early, all in the spring, when all the farmers they were harrowing in. I bought a Massey 65 with multi-power and lion drive. I went out for hire with the morning light, but my brand new tractor she gave me a fright. That high-speed gearbox was my downfall. Sure, I turned her over down by Knockengall.
My grand big tractor in scrap
My
was
brand
made.
new tractor in scrap was made, and a £1 on her was paid. And my ancient father, he says to me, here comes your man from the SCC. As I was walking down George's Street, my own first cousin I chanced to meet. My own first cousin did me betray for 20 bells of last year's hay. Oh, I tried a new bank down on the quay for to get some money and to pay my way. But the manager said with a big broad grin, you'll get nothing here for the state you're in. I rushed back home for to get my coat and to hit Rosslare and to catch the boat. But I was arrested and to my grief taken up before Lanigan O'Keefe. Oh, the judge he sent me to Old Mountjoy, and I tell you now, be you man or boy, that up until my dying day, from the Jew man's money I will stay away.
My Barry.
Raglan Road on an autumn day, I saw her first view, that her dark hair could weave a snare, that I might one day rule. I saw the danger, yes I was, long enchanted way, and I said, let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day. On Grafton Street in November we tripped lightly along of the deep ravine where can be seen the works of passion's play. The Queen of Hearts still making tires, and I not making hay. Oh, I love too much, and by such, his happiness thrown away. I gave her gifts of the mind, I gave her the secret sign that's known to the artists who have known true gods of sound and stone. On words and hymns I did not stint, for I gave her poems to say. With her own mender of long dark hair, like clouds over fields of rain. On a quiet street where all goes sleep, I can see her walk away from me most hardly. My reason must allow that I had wooed not as I should, a creature made of clay, when an angel woos the clay he lose his wings at the dawn of day.